हेलो। हेलो मैम, आप सुन
हेलो।
पा रही हैं? जी मैम, आप
हाँ,
ना थोड़ी देर के लिए अपनी वीडियो ओपन करें और बच्चे को पढ़ाना चालू
यस।
करें, स्टार्ट करें, ठीक है मैम?
ओके, 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 ओके।
हेलो।
हेलो, हेलो, am I audible?
जी जी।
Hello, what? Okay. Please introduce the student with me. What's his name?
Ma'am, my name is Sanjit Kumar.
Sorry, I didn't hear you properly. Could
Sanchit.
you please tell me again? Sanchit. Okay. So, hello, Sanchit. Uh, Good evening. My name is Tiyasha Mukherjee. I am your English teacher. I'm really happy to see you here. So let me tell you something about myself. I generally provide tuition to my students, and I have been teaching since 2020, and I have 5 years experience. So today, without further delay, let's dive into today's class, and I will give you the topic, and you may know the topic, and the topic is the walrus and the carpenter, right? So it is written by Lewis Carroll. You might have known the name of the author. He is not only an author, he is also a poet. And this poem, The Walrus and the Carpenter, it's a narrative poem. First, you have to understand this. This is a narrative poem. Now you have to know this, that this poem was included. If you have a copy, please note it down. If you have a copy, please write it down, that this poem was included in 1871 novel. The name of the novel is Through the Looking Glass. Through the Looking Glass. Write it down. And you might have heard this poet's name from another source. And if you have gone through this famous novel, and that is none other than Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. Have you heard about it?
No, ma'am.
You haven't. Okay, no problem. You can go through it. It's a really wonderful story. And uh, if I get to know what's your age.
12.
Okay, so you will surely love it. You will surely love it. So it's a poem called. There are many poems actually in this story, and this novel is Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. And there is another novel. The name of the novel is Through the Looking Glass, and this poem is included in this poem, which I told you to note it down. That is Through the Looking Glass. Okay, let me tell you something about the poet Lewis Carroll. Lewis Carroll, uh, he had a great impact, or you can say a major impact on literature. He centered his work around like children's fiction, mainly children's fiction, alongside being a mathematician, and also he was a logician and a photographer and a lecturer. So through his what could I say, mathematical accomplishment. What was his accomplishment? Do you know the meaning of accomplishment? You can keep your mic on. No problem is there. If you're okay with it, you can keep your mic on. Okay. So do you know what is the meaning of accomplishment? Anything about accomplishment? Accomplishment means achievement. Achievement. Like you achieved something. You won a match. Okay, you won a cricket match. That is called accomplishment. Okay, that is called accomplishment. So his accomplishments, mathematical accomplishments were really noteworthy. And he had written many poetry, as I already told you, like Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and many more. So without further delay, let's dive into direct to the poetry which you have. Okay, so have you read this poem beforehand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can read with me, you can narrate with me. Okay, start reading with me. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining sulkily because she thought the sun had gone no business to be there after the day was done. It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun. So I will go with this poem, but let me clear you one by one. That will be more easier for you, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
in the first stanza, if I tell you in the first stanza, the line is the sun is shining on the sea, shining with all his might. So what does it mean? Here, the speaker describes a strange scene. It's a strange scenario. And what is the scene? The scene here, the personified sun. Here, the sun is personified. Here, the sun is personified. So, if you don't know the meaning of personify, do you know, first of all, do tell me, do you know the meaning of personification?
Ma'am,
Any
you
little,
know, ma'am,
tell
person
me,
की identification.
personify?
Ma'am, person की identity.
नहीं. ये जो होता है कि personification इट्स अ लिटरेरी डिवाइस. जैसे कि आप सोच लीजिए कि एक बंदर है और एक थिंग है जिसको मैं एनिमेट नहीं कह सकती. लाइक personification इट्स अ लिटरेरी डिवाइस दैट रेफर्स टू अ प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ ह्यूमन कैरेक्टर्स टू इनएनिमेट ऑब्जेक्ट. अगर एक चेयर है, अगर आप कहते हो कि वो चेयर डांस कर सकता है, थिंक कीजिए, ये जो चेयर है, इसका जो ह्यूट हमने उस पर अप्लाई किया, कैन अ चेयर डांस? Can a chair dance? No. So I am telling that a chair is dancing. That means that a chair can dance. That means I am personifying the chair. I am personifying the chair. Okay. So personification means it's a literary device which refers to a projection of human characteristic. Like any human characteristic. Human can breathe, right? Human can breathe. So if I tell the sky is breathing, the sky is breathing, then the sky is inanimate object, right? So if the sky is breathing, that means there is something called like literary device. So that is a literary device, which means here I also said you that in that poem I am talking about this very first line. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. That means the sun is personified, is shine down on the sea with all his strength. Now, if you think about the sun, a sun can't be strong because this attribute, this human attribute strong. If I tell you you are a very strong boy, why I am telling you this? Because you are a person, and you are not an inanimate object, right? You are a person, so you can breathe, you can talk. So I can tell you you are strong. But if I tell the sun is strong, then it is a personification. You understand me? Okay, very good. So go ahead. Next line. Come to the next line. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. So here the poet is trying the as best he can brighten up the waves because it is the scenario of the of the I can say when the sun is rising up. Just think about the scenario. Just think about the scenario. You have many times draw it on your drawing papers. Like there is a sea beach, and there is the sun rising up. So think about the scenario, and this scenario is describing here by the poet. Okay, so the poet is trying his best that he can brighten up the waves. Who can brighten up the waves? The sun. Next line, come to the next line. And this was odd because it was middle of the night. All this is happening. It was middle of the night. So that was very odd. Generally, we can't see that. Middle of the night, it is very dark. Outside, it is very dark. So how can it at the middle of the night? It was really very odd that everything is very shining. That's why I told you previously that these kind of poems are not like natural poems. It's beyond natural. It's beyond natural. It is, you can say, uh, supernatural poetry. Now, do you know what is the supernatural aspect? Supernatural aspect is वो जो होता है ना, हम लोग कई कई बार पोएट्री में और फेयरी टेल्स में बहुत सारी फेयरीज के बारे में बात करते हैं, वो होता है सुपरनेचरलिज्म. ओके, so this supernaturalism is used in this poem also. As I already told you, this poet, Lewis Carroll, is a famous person to write children fictions. Okay, children's fictions. So here in this poem, if you come to the next line, you can see the moon was shining sulkily. Can you help me with the meaning of sulk? Can you tell me what does it mean? Sulkily?
मैम जब है ना क्या कहते हैं टेम्परेचर
Hmm?
जब खराब
No, no, no. Think about it. Think about the line, then tell me. Okay, let me help you. So think about you are in a bad mood. So, or without speaking, because you are angry about something, like your mother rebuked you. Maybe you scored bad in your exam